morning. So let's just start with thinking about our posture, kind of moving our awareness into the body, trying to set the body in a stable but still comfortable position with our feet flat, our hands in the lap. Thinking about keeping our back upright and our torso open. And then just start to rein in your awareness. Start gathering the energy of the mind, gaining more control over its natural tendency to scatter outward. Give yourself this time just to be doing meditation. And everything else, let yourself pick that up when you're finished. And use the breath as an anchor for the mind, attending to whatever physical sensations accompany the in breath and the out breath, mainly focusing around the nostrils. When any distracting thoughts or feelings arise, your job is just to notice that you've shifted from the intended object and gently, without judgment, without frustration, gently lift your awareness from the distraction back to that present moment physical sensation. Just returning again and again, letting go again and again, to concentrate the mind in the present moment. with the mind a bit more calm, and set a virtuous intention to really take the essence of your life by becoming more familiar with virtuous mental states, drawing closer to that energy and trying to reduce the habit energy with more destructive mental states. But that's the purpose of formal practice. And that's also the purpose of informal practice the rest of our lives, to recollect insights gained in formal practice and continuously apply them. With that motivation, we'll continue to familiarize ourselves with the 8 verses of thought transformation. So we're going to look at verse 3. In all actions, I will examine my mind, and as soon as a disturbing emotion arises, endangering myself and others, I will firmly confront and avert it. In all actions, I will examine my mind, and as soon as a disturbing emotion arises, endangering myself and others, I will firmly confront and avert it. So here we're trying to develop the wisdom that understands that negative mental states like hatred, jealousy, covetousness, maliciousness, ill will, when these arise, they deprive ourselves of being in contact with contentment. They also motivate us to cause problems for other sentient beings. So look back over the past few months, couple of years, and find some examples of times when you were under the influence of strong negative mental states, and you could see how that strong, disturbing emotion endangered both yourself and others. Try to convince yourself through your own direct experience with the logic that would label those sorts of mental states as being a danger, both to oneself and to others. Having seen the wisdom, the logic of that, recognize that these mental states are not part of our essential nature. They come and go in dependence upon the coming together of certain specific causes and conditions. We can influence those causes and conditions. So set a determination to be on the lookout with introspective awareness for the arising of these mental states. And when we notice their arising, we also are determined to apply an antidote, to recollect love, compassion, wisdom, generosity, patience, ethics, whatever opposing force is most appropriate in the moment. We're determined to move into that energy, recollecting again and again the shortcomings of destructive emotions, and recollecting again and again the benefits of positive mental states. Try to rest your mind in a strong resolve to not be complacent with the arising of negative mental states, an understanding of your own power to overcome them, and your determination to apply the effective antidotes. And we'll contemplate the next verse. Whenever I see beings of bad nature and those oppressed by intense negativity and suffering, I will practice holding such rare ones dear as if I had found a precious treasure. Whenever I see beings of bad nature and those oppressed by intense negativity and suffering, I will practice holding such rare ones dear as if I had found a precious treasure. So, with this contemplation, we're working with the judgmental mind, mind that finds it difficult to look at those sentient beings who don't have much control over their negativity, who often create problems for others. The difficulty in seeing beings like that with the eyes of compassion. Our tendency to conflate the negative actions of a person with their nature. Their nature, just like our nature, is clean, clear, unobstructed, spacious awareness. Many times in previous lives, they've shown us and other beings great kindness. And at present, they're giving us a needed opportunity to see the limits of our development and to grow beyond them. If we never meet such people, our own spiritual growth will be much slower. We also often have trouble turning toward beings undergoing great suffering. They can often remind us of how quickly our own good fortune can evaporate, serve as reminders of what's possible, the suffering that's possible to be experienced. That makes us uncomfortable. So these different groups, one group creating negativity, another group pressed by great suffering from both groups. Our own good qualities can grow. And try to find the lessons that we can learn from seeing both groups through the eyes of compassion and wisdom, rather than judgment or anger or indifference. If you can get a sense of that wisdom, then hold your mind in a determination to change your relationship, the beings that comprise these groups. And when you're ready, we'll come back together. Then we'll dedicate. So we think that we created a strong, virtuous motivation. We engaged in virtuous efforts. We created positive, virtuous seeds in our mind. And at the end, we just have a sense of offering all of that effort for the benefit of all sentient beings. May it serve as a cause to heal the divisions in our country. May it serve as a cause to end conflict, war, poverty, disease, all of the negative karmic appearances of the world. May our efforts cause us to come to the attention of enlightened beings, book their blessings, and come under their joyful care. May it serve as a cause to create the conditions for our spiritual guides to remain limitlessly protecting and guiding sentient beings. Thank you.